Hi guys, this is my Peperomia Hope, and if you haven't seen my unboxing for this one, I will link it out above, and of course also down below, and including in the description section below will be my social media accounts, and of course what I do provide every time I water this particular plant. I have I have not transplanted her. She just sits in her the pot that she came in. It's just, from what I've noticed, peperomias can be very, very slow growing. I'm also very new to peperomias, so if they can be a little bit faster growing, it will take a little bit of time until they fully acclimate to my home, which is their new home. So I did experiment on this one, and bear with me. There's not a lot of information in peperomias, including Peperomia Hope. And a lot of people will get this in a bigger, they have the opportunity to get this bigger in a hanging pot. I'm sorry. I did not have that opportunity, and I do not plan on putting it in a hanging pot. So a lot of people have put this plant in a south-facing window, but in a hanging pot. When you put it in a hanging pot, it gets very, very indirect light. Some people have put it in south, some people have put it in a west, and it didn't burn. I put this a foot away from a west-facing window, it burned. I put this about 4 to 5 feet away from a west-facing window, it burned where 3 leaves fell. She now sits in front of her light now is from an east-facing window. I did try to put her on an east-facing window directly next to it, and she burned, if you can see that. So she now is going to be sitting a foot to 2 feet away, depending on when she stops burning. It's very, very strange because usually like a thicker leaf can tolerate more light, regardless if they say indirect light. So I really wasn't expecting her to burn this quickly because of that. I water her when the top inch of this soil, is dry like sand. And it can get dry rather quickly. It just depends. So I've been watering her between, I would say, 7 to 14 days. I check on her every 7 to 14 days. But typically, it would be between 10 to 16 days is when she needs to be watered. So as long as the top inch is dry, due to the fact that the size pot is a 4-inch pot, if she was in a bigger pot, I would probably say wait a little bit deeper. That would also mean that the roots are more established because she's in a bigger pot. But I've also noticed with my other peperomias is they prefer to be very, very like in a tight spot. So if you are new to peperomias like I am, I would suggest put them in the tightest pot you can have until roots come out in the top and in the bottom, and they're just overly flowing, and you are watering them much more frequently than they should, which would be more than every 7 days. That's usually my rule of that, just because the plant should be watered more often than that. I do not, because she's in a fast draining soil, I don't really kind of worry in regards to the volume, because the soil is not water retaining, and whatever excess will go through on the saucer. And I make sure that the saucer is dry after I do water, and I make sure that there is nothing lingering there, because it's just the type of plant that I believe they're not really into stuff like that. From what I've noticed, when you have a plant that requires an extremely fast draining soil, or cactus or succulent or citrus or palm soil, they usually will not want to be watered very frequently, number one. Number two is they do not want to be sitting in water, and they also want to be dried much deeper in like soil level from top to mid, versus the other ones that do not require that type of soil. So I never let her sit in water due to that. That's another tip. And when I do transplant her, I am planning on putting her in like cactus or succulent or palm or citrus kind of soil, and I will link down below what I would recommend. Everything that I do water her with will be linked down below as well. Anything else, let me know down in the comment section. I thought this would be like a very easy plant, especially the specific variety. Everywhere that I look, supposedly this is the hardiest peperomia that you can get, because they can be very finicky. That I just recently noticed. I didn't even know that until I got into them because I wanted to try something different, and this is where I landed was peperomias. If you guys want to talk about this particular plant, always welcome in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. And of course, again, social media accounts, description section, just like what I use for this particular plant. Everything is down in the description section as well. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.